What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Double Dribble. In today's episode, I want to talk about who I think is one of the better players returning to college basketball this year, who had entered the NBA draft last year but then decided to return to college. I don't think it's necessarily one of the best players in the country or best players returning to college, but in terms of NBA draft stock, I think he's one of the top players that can improve his draft stock by returning for another year of college and competing this year in the NCAA instead of deciding to get drafted. But before getting the video, I just want to quickly say, whether you're a fan of college, NBA or high school basketball, make sure to hit the subscribe button, join the conversation. We love interacting with you guys in the comments. Make sure you leave those all your comments down below. We'll be sure to respond to every single one. Make sure to hit the like button on this video. Make sure you share with your friends. Let's get right into the video. So today I want to talk about Marcus Bagley. Like I said in the beginning, I think he is one of the top players returning to college this year, and one of the players I think that will benefit the most from returning to college and improve his draft stock, even more. So Marcus Bagley, he had a pretty good freshman year at Arizona State. He's a 6'8", 215-pound small forward. He can really shoot the ball, has a pretty good looking stroke. He's got great size, great athletic ability, can put the ball on the floor. He can do a lot of things. Unfortunately, his freshman year was kind of hindered a little bit from injuries. He only played in 12 games of Arizona State's 25 games they played that year. But when he was on the court, he showed flashes of his abilities and NBA level just abilities on the court. So he did enter the NBA draft and kept going through the whole process. And then in early July, he decided that he was going to return to Arizona. Well, actually, he decided that he was going to withdraw from the NBA draft. In his initial announcement, he said that he was going to stay in the transfer portal. But then later on, around July 7th, he tweeted out that he was returning to Arizona State, with the caption "Run it back." And he said that he wanted to continue to work on different parts of his game and improve his draft stock for the next year's draft, and that he's looking forward to returning to college and having a big season. So Marcus Bagley was, in ESPN's top 100 NBA draft rankings, he was a 36th overall prospect. He was projected, like I said, to go pretty much right around maybe late first round to early second round draft pick. Someone that had the potential to maybe even go a little bit higher, but I think that the injuries and only playing in 12 games really hindered him a lot, and didn't allow him to really get in a full rhythm and show a lot of game footage and show a lot of what he can really do. And I think that coming back for this next year, as long as he can stay healthy, he can continue to improve on these parts of his games that he said he was going to improve on or needs to improve on. I think that his draft stock is going to go up exponentially. So what are these things that he needs to improve on? I think that one of the things that he really needs to improve on to show NBA scouts that he can play at the next level is his ability to put the ball on the floor, make plays not only for himself but for others. Last year in his freshman year, he averaged 1.2 assists to 1.3 turnovers per game. So he didn't even have a 1 assist to turnover ratio. Obviously, that's not super great. It's not good at all, actually. I mean, obviously, you want at minimum a 1, assist to turnover ratio, and he was less than that. So I think if he can show the ability to, put the ball on the floor, make plays for himself, but also make plays for others. Make the right read, make the right pass, not turn the ball over as much, and get some more assists. I think that would help out his game a lot more. Another thing that he does need to improve on is, I said at the beginning that he can really shoot the ball, and he absolutely can. However, he does need to improve on, his consistency a little bit more. He did only shoot 34% from, three-point line on 6 attempts per game, in those 12 games that he played in. I think he can shoot a lot higher percentage than that, and he's going to show that this year. But only playing those 12 games, the injuries, he didn't get in a full rhythm, I don't think. He didn't really get in a good flow. And he, just really struggled to, find his rhythm shooting the ball throughout the year. And was just a little bit inconsistent at that. Like I said, he averaged 6 3-point attempts per game, making 2.1 of those for 34.7%. Obviously, you'd like to see him shoot the ball closer to 40% from 3 would be extremely positive and a really good thing. and would help improve his draft stock even more. So looking at it, what is his draft stock if he has a good year? I think he for sure could be a lottery pick. I know people had talked about that when he first entered the draft, that he's one of those players that could be up there for a lottery pick, or right outside the lottery pick range. But for sure, his first round draft pick, at his size, 6'8", 215 pounds, he's extremely athletic, extremely mobile. He can move his feet really well. He can guard a lot of different positions. He can play a lot of different positions. If you want to go big, you want to go small, he can do that at the NBA level. And like I said, he can really shoot the ball and stretch the floor. And that just intrigued a lot of coaches. A lot of scouts were high on him. And you also have an older brother that plays in the NBA and was a top draft pick. Helps that out a lot, because they know that those genes are in him. He's going to get a lot of advice from his brother, and he's going to be able to adapt pretty quickly to the NBA. Just having someone in his family be in the NBA and hearing the stories and how to really adapt and play well in the NBA to start out. So I think that Marcus Bagley is going to have a great year this year. I think he's going to shoot the ball extremely well. He's going to show the improvements to his game, show scouts some of those weaknesses of his are no longer weaknesses. And just really have a great year. I think he can be a lottery pick for sure in this upcoming NBA draft if he continues to play well, and just do what he needs to do on the court, and show teams that he's improved in this year, and help Arizona State win some games. I think that if he can really help lead them to some wins, lead them to just be a better team next year, I think that'll show that his leadership and everything of his game has improved. So leave out your comments in the your thoughts in the comment section down below on Marcus Bagley. Do you think he could be a lottery pick like I'm kind of proclaiming him to be? Leave all that in the comment section down below. Make sure you hit the like button on this video, share it with your friends, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.